how can I miss it? It was only a millimeter away. I feel like I'm doing quadruple duty per limb.
Yeah.
You know, but with a stick,
your whole hand.
you know, you can use one finger for everything, or you can use all your fingers, and it's just I feel like it's more nuanced. It's better.
We're on the same page.
Before we try this out, I'm gonna make coffee. I need beans.
That helps.
We're here with Goose, who is also in Japan and playing fighting games, and has recently been going to a bunch of locals and that sort of thing. But first, I'm going to. Are you a coffee person?
Yes, I'm a fan of coffee, but I'm also not picky about my coffee. Like I'm not like.
Oh, so you're not a connoisseur.
Yes, like I appreciate good coffee when I have it, but I'm also not above instant coffee.
So tell me, Goose.
Yes.
When did you start going to like locals?
Maybe
for fighting
like
games.
2 months ago.
And I forgot to mention, because this is a separate video, Goose has been playing fighting games for like years, right?
Yes, I've been playing for a long time.
And I mean, you haven't been competing for a long time, maybe. What was the first one?
My first tournament was actually this September.
Oh, really?
At Button Mashers.
Oh, right. So actually, we both had our very first tournament ever in the same month. That's nice. What game were you playing?
I was playing Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle.
Really? Oh, it was a cross tag tournament. I thought you were playing. I thought you were playing. Oh, wait a minute. I haven't been recording audio. So the tournament was for a cross tag.
Yes.
And what are Japanese players like at cross tag?
I would say that it's just kind of like their level is different from the average level. Like I played for
not human.
A few weeks. I also was like on vacation in America and I played some cross tag online in the North American lobbies.
Oh yeah? Oh, was it very different?
It was so I was a light blue square in Japan the entire time that I was playing. I played for a day in America and I hit yellow square.
That's like second from the top, isn't it?
It's 2 down from the top, yeah.
Light blue is actually 2 gears down from neutral.
Yeah, light blue is the weakest color.
Playing in Japan, I really think that we get a very different vibe playing online. Like I go online on SF5 and people are like, wow, why are you struggling like at such a low rank? I'm like, I don't think online, like I haven't played Street Fighter much abroad, but I don't think that the competition is the same. Let's grind! While you're talking, I'm gonna be making this really loud noise.
There's like a wider range of people playing the game in America in my experience. So inevitably like the lowest is kind of like, there's more people on the bottom rung.
Sorry, it's just so funny. It's just occurred to me how incredibly noisy and annoying this is, but just keep going. I'm gonna try and focus on what you're saying.
And I just feel there's more like lower skill to average players, like in sheer numbers. There's more of them in America.
I tried ranked mode in cross tag battle in Japan, and it's like I don't get any matches at all because I'm kind of like white square still and sometimes blue. Do you just not get matches until you're actually ranked up high? Yeah,
I found until I was like almost at diamond, I was not getting matches almost at all. And then as soon as I hit like gold like 2 or so, when they start matching you with diamonds, then I would like be like, oh, it's actually giving me people.
Okay. I wonder what it looks like on the outside. It must look very professional. Dun 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 dun. So at what point did you decide to start going to locals?
Actually, I was streaming BB Tag already, and then somebody in my stream actually mentioned like going to their weeklies and stuff, and I was like, weeklies? That sounds like so much fun. And then I found...
You mean I can have friends?
Yeah, I was
you
like,
can play
oh
fighting
my
games
God.
and have friends.
Friends? What?
Friends? What? Yeah, I know what you mean.
Because I had like a little weekly thing that I went to when I lived in America and played Guilty Gear, but it just never occurred to me that that must obviously exist in Japan where like fighting games originated.
Right. So you've been to the weeklies and stuff back in the States as well?
Yes, I've experienced both.
All right, so how does it compare?
I'd say it's pretty different, like the scale of things and like the officialness of things here. In Boston, at least, we just kind of like met up at one player's apartment and like all played there. But this is like, there's actually kind of like organizations running it with like rented spaces in public. So that you're not just like hoping that the person buzzes you up to their apartment.
Which one do you prefer?
I do. It's definitely easier to get into the Tokyo one because you don't have to be like, I hope that this person isn't actually a murderer disguised as a fighting game player.
Oh, that's true. That's true. All right. So maybe it's a little easier as a complete newcomer then.
Yeah, I think so. You can kind of like step in and see what it's like. And I found that people were very like, once they realized that I was actually there to play fighting games, like when I went, they were first like, do you play? And I was like,
no.
Yes.
Yes, no.
Because evidently some foreign people would just like walk in and be like, what is this? They're playing games
yeah,
here.
you don't want to disappoint them.
Yeah, so they kind of thought that I might have been just like wandering in and not really knowing what's going on. And I'm like, I've learned about this on Twitter and I'm here to play Blaze Blue.
They're like, okay.
Yeah.
What's the password? No one likes gin. Okay, you're So as I understand it, this is Ethiopian Irgachev coffee. which is really funny because I never really know what it means. The first part is usually the country, but then usually after that there's some other word. I don't know if Irgachev is a place or if it means like thank you, right? Because I had Tanzania Asante before, and they're like, Asante means thank you in Tanzanian. I was like, cool. I'm so glad I made this video. Now I know. Thank you. Yeah, exactly. Oh no, the coffee didn't tell me. It was from the commenter. Oh wait, I'm getting a little Gucci in the head. Thank you, coffee. It's thank you, coffee. I thought you were thanking the coffee.
I like that interpretation better.
I'm so confused. This conversation is
honestly, it's kind of a fair assumption to think that I'd be.
Yeah, I thought that's what you meant.
It's kind of fair.
So anyway, that's interesting that you say that it's kind of easier for newcomers.
Yeah.
But so the one that I went to with you two in Ochanomizu at Shot Bar Lucy.
Yes.
Like I had a really rough time fight-wise. Like I thought, I mean, everyone's nice and like it was tough.
Yeah, the level of people playing is very, very high for the most part.
There was no one there at my level.
Yeah, that's like my experience at the other weekly that I went to as well. The one that I went to last week run by Button Mashers was like they had people at my level because they had a little special like beginners friendly area. But normally,
so was that the only one though? It's not that common to have like beginner friendly tournament?
Unless it's kind of a bigger event, I don't normally see like a beginner friendly thing. But like if it's a specific like gathering only for one game and they expect a lot of people to sign up, then sometimes they do have a beginner friendly little area.
So it's recently, I was gonna say Saikin in Japanese. Recently I saw that on Twitter. There's this guy called Koji Papa. Have you seen it? He's a guy who's like 8-year-old son has decided he wants to be a pro gamer.
Oh my god.
And so every now and then he puts a video of his like 8-year-old son playing Street Fighter, Street Fighter 5.
Yeah.
And they went to, I don't know if they went to EVO or Tokyo Game Show or something, but they were like hanging out with all the pros.
Yeah.
And so like, I think they had like famous people like Daigo and like coming up and taking pictures with this 8-year-old boy who wants to be a pro gamer. And I think like I saw some videos of him playing at Studio Sky, which is where like Momochi and all that lot hang out.
Yeah.
So I guess like even 8-year-olds can show up, but then I don't know what level this 8-year-old is. Is he like
he could be a prodigy.
Yeah, is he like Asia level 8-year-old Street Fighter, or is he like the rest of the world level?
You never
8-year-old
know.
Street Fighter?
Yeah, though I do find playing at locals, it's like I expect to go there and maybe not win a round the entire time that I'm there. But I find that the people I'm playing with will then be like, so, like, here's some information about my character and like things that you can do in this kind of situation. They like start talking to me about it. I'm like, oh my god, mind blown. Like I would never, it would have taken me so long to learn this about the character unless someone who like has played them this whole time is explaining it to you.
That's especially what I want to ask about. I can do this without knocking over the coffee. Okay. Would you like Mickey Mouse or Hatsune Miku?
I feel like I'm like too scared to answer Miku, but the answer is Miku. Mickey Mouse is cool too. I'm just saying he doesn't have anything on Miku.
It's important that you tell us your kanso.
Ah, yes. I need to be like a... Oh god, I can't say the word. Fancy wine tasting people.
Hercules.
I can't speak English.
Have a taste of Ethiopian Irgachev.
It's definitely a strong taste.
Oh, is it too... Oh, sorry, do you need milk?
Oh, no,
I completely forgot to ask. You don't need sugar? Because I also don't have any of that.
I don't have these things. Do you need them? But I don't have them.
It would be rude not to ask, but please don't say yes. It tastes like wood.
Yeah, this does taste like wood, but in a good way.
How can it be in a bad way? Wood is good. Sorry.
No.
Oh my god. So you've been going to these locals.
Yes.
And you've been learning tips from people. So what I'd like to know is, what is the atmosphere like when you show up and you're, for example, you're playing matches against people and you're just losing over and over. Well, I mean, this happens to me, but it probably doesn't happen to you. But if you lose like 6 times in a row, you start to feel like, I'm really sorry that I'm your partner here and no one else is showing up, so you just keep playing each other.
Yeah, I've apologized before with my people and they're kind of like, no, it's fine.
Really? They're kind of like, fine. And this is in Japan?
Yeah.
How do they manage that situation so it doesn't become like boring?
After a certain number of rounds, I've had someone say, okay, just like next one's the last one. And then I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. And then finish and then stand up. And then like, even if nobody else sits down at the like station, which is kind of like, yeah, that was the last one. We're done playing. And then like, that's kind of when some of them would like talk to me about like, hey, so this is the kind of stuff my character does.
So when I went to that one in Shot Bar Lucy with you.
Yeah.
The guy that I was playing, I think we said like, okay, let's make this one the last one. And then we did stop and he did say to me, he's like, so, you use Naoto and Merkava.
Yeah.
It's kind of a hard character, isn't it? And it didn't even occur to me that Naoto was a hard character. I was just like...
Oh yeah, she's totally hard.
Like at my level, I don't know which ones are hard.
It's easier when you play Ragnar.
Because
He's not hard.
he's
you know
the default character.
It's like, yep, he's got a DP. He's got a. He doesn't have a fireball in his defense.
I like Ragnar because he's got a launcher. If you press like back punt, you don't have to like sweep them first. You don't have to.
He's pretty simple.
What about his combos? I tried the tactics mode. There are like some of the tactics mode combos that I just can't do.
Yeah, actually his combos are hard. Like once you get past, like he has like simple combos that are effective and easy. But like if you want to do like anywhere close to optimal Ragnar combos, they're actually really hard.
You've got quite long nails.
Yeah.
How does that affect gameplay?
Gameplay, I don't feel that it's enough. Like, if you have the long, like, fake nails, like, that are, like, out to here, I can only imagine that hitting sticks buttons. Like, sometimes I do hit it with my nail.
Really?
Instead of with the finger bed of my finger, which is not ideal.
So do you have to play quite flat-fingered?
Yeah, I generally play, like, using the, like, actual finger bed.
The pad bit.
Yeah.
Right. When I was a kid, I lent a Street Fighter Alpha 2 to my friend.
Yes.
And he loved it so much. When he came back to school, he had a hole in his thumb. Like, literally, skin was missing.
Yeah.
I could see into his thumb. I was like, what happened to your thumb, dude? He was just like, oh, you remember you let me Street Fighter Alpha 2? I loved it. He'd been pushing way too hard.
I've gotten blisters from when I played pad, and I was specifically playing KOF.
Which KOF? Do you know which one it was?
Oh my gosh, it was on the PS3. It
on
was
PS3.
2D, and it was beautiful.
Oh, KOF. It was 12. It was 12 or
good.
13.
Yes, it was totally 12.
Yeah.
I really struggle with that game. It's really hard for me to do combos.
It's tough.
All those
Dream
like,
cancel.
one-frame links, like yeah.
Oh, is there a bunch of that in KOF?
Yeah, it's like
I never got that far.
the execution is really hardcore. And I was trying to play on pad, which like there's nothing wrong with playing on pad, but just like for me personally and like the weakness of my skin, like I got like hardcore blisters on my thumb.
Honestly, I'm not like trying to be elitist when I play these games. I play on Switch a lot. On the Switch, you have to use your thumbs.
Yeah.
Just like pad, right? When I'm at home, I would much rather use stick, just because these objects are huge.
Yeah.
It's like you're not going to develop blisters.
Yeah, and I find for my wrist it's easier too. Like,
yeah.
You have to, like making that like claw with your hand.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Especially with these new games where there's like, okay, so you're gonna need all the face because they're trying to make it simpler. So instead of a 4-button game, it's now like an 8-button game. So it's like 4 face buttons, and you've got to use all the shoulder buttons, like
you
tag
have to make
and
the
assist.
claw. I found that my wrist was hurting when I was
for me, it's the claw as well. That's the problem. It's because I don't know about you. I'm sure that other people are really good at this, and I'm just crap at it. I can't like press 2 buttons at the same time.
No, it's really hard.
Yeah, so I like tried to go and do a super in.
It's
in
way
cross-tag.
harder than it is on arcade stick.
I was like, sometimes I miss it. Like, how can I miss it? It was only a millimeter away.
No, it's like the pressure has to be completely even, even though your finger is curved.
Yeah, and it's just like I feel like I'm doing quadruple duty with per limb.
Yeah.
You know, but with a stick,
your whole hand.
you know, you can use one finger for everything, or you can use all your fingers, and it's just I feel like it's more nuanced. It's better.
We're on the
On that note,
yes,
I think we should play some cross tag. Are we gonna go online? Let's start
we need
with
to warm up.
Well, let's warm up with survival. Are we gonna have like one character each?
I think that's hilarious.
Let's do it. Also, we're gonna be checking out whether this stick that we modded earlier, whether it actually works.
That would be a really sad.
We actually don't even know if this is gonna work. That would be sad.
Looks so good.
I can't believe it looks so much better than I was expecting.
So good.
So check out the next video. Don't forget to subscribe to Goose's Twitch. She's Goose Hoops on Twitch, Goose Hoops on YouTube, and Goosey Hoops
with a Y
on Twitter. Why? All right, so let's get the next video going. See you next time. Next time, whenever.
Yeah.
Okay.